Hi, welcome to the AFL National SuperRules show. Here with Alan Matthews. Once again, how are you going all? I hope you had a good week. Some good games over the weekend. Some exciting finishes. So, well done. Just a couple of little advertising. I know my show, I had to change the time, so I'm sorry about that. I hope you can find me now on 6:30 on Friday evenings, because I clashed with some of the games when the other time. So sorry about that. Hopefully that carries and you can catch it up on the normal intakes of YouTube or the local sports network. If you get onto those, you'll get the shows which has been recorded. We're up to number 4 now, which is good, and having a reasonable response, I believe, from everyone. And don't forget, okay, the carnival in the end of September, early October. If you get registered for the teams, the coaches are all being announced. So if you can get on to the carnival for this year, it's a great experience if you can get to do so. So make sure you register yourself for the side you wish to go into, and they'll give you all the info about uniforms and costings and the whole box and dice. The carnival this year is at Newcastle, which is the first time they've been in Newcastle doing the carnival. So it'll be a good experience, and something like nearly 1,800 participants with the supporters and backup crew and everything like that. It's probably one of the biggest carnivals that they can have in Australia, I believe, in even bigger than the Masters carnivals in the other sports. So if you get onto the carnival, get onto it then, and we'll now start getting into the round 3 results for this week or last weekend, and the catching up for this weekend is the 55s age group. I'll give you the ladder because they've got the play on this weekend. So the ladder at the present stage is Peninsula 8 points, Diamond Valley 8 points, Brunswick with 8 points, Williamstown with 4, Frankston with 4, Curran Cowboys with 4, Box Hill with 4, and Northern Saints with 4, and Lilydale with 4. The ones without points at the present are Geelong with none, South Yarra with none, Eastern Warriors with none, and Beaconsfield with none. The games this week, you'll find that the various and the grounds are at the first game, South Yarra versus Geelong, will be on at 10:15 at the Croft Reserve. Northside and Peninsula at number 2 Croft Reserve. Box Hill versus Brunswick at Croft Reserve also. Williamstown and Curran Cowboys at Croft Reserve. They're all, those ones were 10:45. The Curran Downs and Williamstown at 12:15. Frankston and Eastern Warriors at 12:45, also at Croft Reserve, which is at Altona. So they're all the games for the over 55s age group. So get onto them this weekend for those if they want to catch up. Some of the old blokes who are there running around, still hammering a kick, which is fantastic. So keep that up. Okay, go into the bigger divisions. Is Division 1 for the Northwest Division. Scores on last weekend. Craigieburn 8-5-53. They were defeated by Geelong 10-5-65. Greenvale 17-8, 110. Beat Old Paradians 2-9, 21. Marcelin 10-6-66. Defeated Northern Districts 5-6-36. Essendon 11-16. Defeated Plenty Valley 4. Williamstown 10-6 defeated Ascot Vale, 6 goals. So, yeah, not very wide differences. So, but the ladder after 3 rounds is Geelong with 12 points, Williamstown with 12 points, Greenvale with 8, Essendon with 8, Marcellin Bald Eagles 8, Craigieburn 4, Northern Districts 4, Ascot Vale 4, Plenty Valley 0, and Old Paradiums 0. So that is Division 1, Northwest Division of the 35s. So that competition's starting to even out a little bit. The finals will be coming later in the year with that. Now, Division 2, Round 3. Results were Wyndham 14-8-92 defeated Northside Lions 5-7-37. Unfortunately, we were undermanned a little bit, but we still tried to fill out the team in my side with the Northside Lions. But we'll keep on possessing on as we go. Lorimer 10-6-66 defeated Hillside 6-5-41. Brunswick, Diamond Valley 10-5-65 beat Brunswick 4-7-31. Rupenswood 12-14-86 defeated Western Saints 4-4-28. Whittlesea 6-6-42 were defeated by Newport 13-5-83. The ladder at the present stage after round 3 is Wyndham with 3 wins with 12 points. Newport 8 points. Hillside 8. Lorimer 8. Diamond Valley 8. Ruppersford 4. Brunswick 4. Northside Lions 4. And Whittlesea 4. So that's still wide open at the present stage in the Division 2 South Northwest Division in the 35 age group. Now, 35 age group Division 3. First game, Craigieburn 4-3-27 defeated by Geelong 11-13-79. Wyndham 14-7-91 defeated Northside Lions 3-9-27. We'll still be pressing along there in my side, but we'll keep going. Number-wise at the moment is a bit low, so if anyone wants to join the Northern Line, come and play with us. Let's go. Next one, Essendon 7-12-54 defeated Plenty Valley 3-5-23. Williamstown 8-6-54 defeated Ascot Vale 6-9-45. And the ladder after 3 rounds in Northwest Division 35, Division 3 is Williamstown with 12 points, Essendon with 8, Geelong with 8, Plenty Valley with 8, Wyndham with 8, Craigieburn 4, Greenvale 4, Ascot Vale 0, and Northside Lions 0, unfortunately. But we'll get there. My side will get there eventually. We'll get a couple of wins on the board and celebrate. Okay, Northwest Division 45s in round 3. Craigieburn, 1 goal, but defeated by Geelong 6-8-44. Williamstown 11-12-78 defeated Northern Districts 4-7-31. And Brunswick 4-4-28 defeated by Diamond Valley 16-7-103. The ladder after 3 rounds in the 45 division of Northwest, Diamond Valley with 12 points, Geelong with 12 points, Marcellin Eagles with 4, Brunswick with 4, Williamstown with 4, Northern Districts 0, and Craigieburn 0 at the present stage. Okay, Northwest Division 50s age group, round 3. Williamstown 14-10-94, defeated Ascot Vale 1-4-10. Wyndham 2-3 were defeated by Northside Lions 8-7-55. So our 50 age group is going along all right at the moment, but I've got to keep on winning, and that's the main thing. Essendon 9-8-62 defeated Plenty Valley 3 points. Brunswick 5-6-36 were defeated by Diamond Valley 8-7-55. The ladder after 3 rounds is Essendon with 12 points, Williamstown 10, and Diamond Valley 10 because of a draw. Northside with 8, Brunswick with 4, Wyndham with 4, Ascot Vale 0, and Plenty Valley at the present stage with 0. So that's the over 50s, Northwest Division. Okay, next division is the Southeast Division 35 in Division 1. Now the results, Frankston 7-6-46 defeated Beaconsfield 1-8. Peninsula 6-10-46. They were defeated by Parkdale 10-8-68. Curran Cowboys 7-13-55 defeated De La Salle's Dinosaurs 6-8-44. The ladder after 3 rounds in the Southeast 35 Division 1 is Curran Cowboys with 12, Frankston 10, Parkdale with 8, De La Salle Dinosaurs 4, Beaconsfield with 2 because they had a draw with Frankston, and Peninsula at the moment with no points. 35's Division 2 Southeast area. Games played on the 3rd of May. Bayside Saints 6-4-40 were defeated by Parkdale 13-8-86. Curran Cowboys 3-9-27 were defeated by Mordialloc 9-7-61. And Narrawarren 15-17-107 defeated Cranbourne 3 points. The ladder with Division 2 Southeast Division 35 is Narrawarren with 3 wins, 12 points. Mordialloc with 12 points. Parkdale with 4. Bayside with 4. Cranbourne with 4. Curran Cowboys with 0, and Dingley with 0 at the moment. So that's Division 2 Southeast Division 35. Division 3 Southeast Division 35 is Peninsula 18-15-123. Defeated Eastern Warriors 2-4-16. Curran Cowboys 5-2-32. Defeated Mordialloc 2-10-22. Frankston 22-13-145. Defeated Beaconsfield 2 points. Box Hill 22-19, 151. Defeated Cranbourne 4-26. Some big scores there. So some wide division looks like in that one. The ladder for the Southeast 35 Division 3 at the present stage, Frankston with 12 points, Peninsula with 12 points. Box Hill North with 8. Carron Cowboys with 8. Beaconsfield with 4. Cranbourne with 4. Mordialloc at the moment, none. Eastern Warriors with none. That's Division 3, Southeast 35s. Now the 45s in the Southeast in round 3. Hang on, I've got the wrong sheet. Here we are. Is it Peninsula 8-7-55, Parkdale 7-6-46, Frankston 15-15 and 105. Defeated Port Melbourne here. 14-18, Port Melbourne defeated Cranbourne 1-7. So the ladder after that is at the moment Bayside with 8, Parkdale with 8, Port Melbourne with 8, Frankston with 4, Peninsula with 4, Cranbourne 4, and Lilydale Falcons 0 at the present moment. The Southeast 50s division is Peninsula 16-16, 112, defeated 3-2 Eastern Warriors 3-2-20. Carron Cowboys 4 points were defeated by Lilydale Falcons in 8-20, 68 points. Bayside Saints 6-6-42, defeated Beaconsfield 4-10-34. Port Melbourne 7-9-51, defeated Cranbourne 7-6-48. Good close game there. Box Hill 9-9-63, defeated Parkdale 7-8-50. The ladder after the 3 rounds in the 50s division Southeast is Lilydale with 12, Bayside Saints with 12, Peninsula with 12, Eastern Warriors 4, Dingley 4, Beaconsfield 4, Carron Cowboys 4, Box Hill 4, Port Melbourne 4, Parkdale 0, and Cranbourne 0. It's starting to get a bit of a wide division there in the 50 Southeast. Okay, now the women's games. The last weekend, round 3 is Parkdale 3-8-20, were defeated by Carron Cowboys 4-6-30. Excuse me. Mordialloc 7-11-53, defeated Williamstown 2 points. Port Melbourne 10-11-71, defeated Box Hill 2-2-14. So Division 135s in the women's ladder is Mordialloc with 12, Port Melbourne with 8, Carron Cowboys with 8, Parkside Spurs 4, Williamstown 4, and Box Hill, the present stage, 0. Okay. Women's Division 2 35s for round 3. Sunbury 3-4-22, defeated by Wyndham 14-8-92. Darabin Falcons 0 score, were defeated by Brunswick 28-11, 179. A bit of a one-sider there. Northside Lions 4-1-25 were defeated by Peninsula Women's 7-7-49. The ladder after 3 rounds in the women's 35. Division 2 is Wyndham with 12 points, Brunswick with 12, Peninsula with 8, Northside Lions with 4, Sunbury nil, and Darabin Falcons nil. So they're all the scores and the ladders going for each one. Quickly, I should have gone through the games for each division, and I forgot. Sorry about that. I'll have to go through that quickly. Round 4 with the women's Division 2, Sunbury versus Darabin at Odin Reserve, and the other games. Oh, here we are. Sunbury versus Darabin. So that's the games for in the women's Division 2. Division 3 on the 16th of May. Sorry, I forgot the games, so I'll quickly do them. Is Williamstown versus Box Hill at Mornington, Mordialloc versus Wyndham at Glenodin, Northside and Cowboys at Alexander Park at the women's Division 2. So I'm sorry I missed doing the next week's round on the 16th. I'll just quickly go through that so I can give you those. For also is the next round 4 is Parkdale. There's a Southeast 50s. Parkdale versus Port Melbourne at Jerry Green Reserve. Peninsula versus Cranbourne at the Mornington Alexander Park. Lilydale and Bayside are at the Elder Park. Eastern Warriors versus Cowboys at Edinburgh Park. And Bayside Saints versus Dingley at Hyatt Reserve. So that's the division, Southeast Division 50s. The 45s playing, hang on, I've got to get the right sheet. Here we are, Parkdale. This is the Southeast 45. Parkdale versus Port Melbourne at Jerry Green Reserve. Peninsula versus Cranbourne at Mornington Alexander Park. And Frankston versus Hyatt at the Hyatt Reserve. So that's the Southeast 45s. The Division 3 games for on the 17th of May. Mordialloc versus Beaconsfield at the Ben Kavanagh Reserve. Box Hill versus Frankston at the Elder Park. Cowboys versus Peninsula versus Cranbourne at Mornington Alexander Park for the Division 3 Southeast 35s. Division 2 Southeast Division 35s. Let's see, we've got Parkdale versus Karen Cowboys at Jerry Green Reserve. Mordialloc versus Cranbourne and Ben Kaya. Bayside Saints and Dingley at the Hyatt Reserve. So they're the games on the 17th of May for Southeast Division 2. Division 1. The games are at Dealer Dinosaurs versus Frankston at the Waverley Oval. Parkdale versus Karen Cowboys, the Jerry Green Reserve. Peninsula versus Beaconsfield at the Mornington Alexander Park. The Northwest Division 50s. Northside Lions versus Ascot Vale at Chris Park. Wyndham versus Williamstown at Glenode Reserve. Plenty Valley versus Brunswick War Memorial Park. Diamond Valley and Essendon at Telford Reserve. So that's the Northwest Division 50s. Now, Northwest Division 45. The games are on the 16th of May. There's a game getting played, Geelong versus Williamstown at the Grinter Park. 17th of May, Marcelin versus Brunswick at Marcelin College. Northern Districts versus Craigieburn at Yulong Reserve. So they're the Northwest Division 45s. Northwest Division 3. Geelong versus Williamstown at Grinter Park. Northside Lions versus Ascot Vale at Chris Park. Wyndham versus Essendon at Glen Oden Park. And Plenty Valley versus Greenvale at War Memorial Park on the 17th of May. Division 2, in the Northwest Division 35s. The games, Northside Lions versus Whittlesea at Chris Park. Wyndham versus Hillside at Wyndham Reserve. Brunswick, Western Saints versus Newport at King Reserve. Diamond Valley versus Lorimer at Telfar Reserve. So they're the Division 2. I missed one there. Hang on. I did miss Hillside versus Northside Lions. Okay. Division 1 of the Northwest Division 35, Division 1 games on the 17th. Carrum Cowboys versus Williamstown at Errinba Reserve. Diamond Valley versus Brunswick at Telford Reserve. Geelong versus Williamstown at Grinter Reserve. Old Paradians versus Craigieburn at Carby Reserve. Marcelin versus Essendon at Marcelin College also. Plenty Valley versus Greenvale at War Memorial Park. Northern Districts versus Ascot Vale at Yulong Reserve. So they're all the games we're playing on the following week on round 4 and their grounds. So hope you all have a good Mother's Day. As I said, make sure you get to your mothers and get them breakfast in bed, the little kids. And I hope all the ladies have a great day on the weekend for Mother's Day. So that's all from the SuperRules show. If you can get back to, as I said, I know I changed the times, but at the present stage, it's on at 6:30 at Friday nights at the local sports network. I think Apple's now on the go, and so you can get all the broadcasts are all on those channels. So if you can get up to them, that'd be fantastic. So thanks again for listening. Hope you all have a good game in a couple of weeks' time. And again, happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Thanks for listening to the Super Rules Show with Alan Matthews.